literally
attacked by a bee.
Let's like light up a blunt. These bees ain't no like
regular
bees.
You know what? This was like 1%. We gonna bump it up to 50. No, to
100%.
I mean, I was fat, but like cute. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Close the door, please. Love you too. Hi, peasants. So, today I have like a story for you. I've always wanted to do a story time, but I never thought of like a story I could tell you. I was like always thinking, I was like reminiscing, like thinking, cooking up in my brain. I was like, what can I do? Like, what can I do that is gonna impress you? Bitch, Dr. Seuss just shook because I just rhymed like a mother trucker.
Bitch, I'm a poet. Y'all see that rhymed.
I'm gonna tell you about the time I got literally
attacked by a bee.
like this bee came for me. This bee wanted me dead. We don't know her.
But she knew me.
Okay, but let me give you a little bit of context. So this was my birthday. It all started because my birthday was in this amusement park. We had some extra money and I was like, Queen, like, let's go to this amusement park. Let's like let's like light up a blunt, let's be like, okay, no, we didn't do that. We were like 5. All I can say, it was like an amazing day. Okay? I think it was maybe 1 day or 2 days. We like stayed overnight, I'm not really sure. We might have slept, or we might have partaken of the dreams. We might have been in the Z-land. All I can say is that maybe it was 1 day or 2 days. So this park is laid out in such a way that I even had to draw a little diagram.
Bitch.
So as you can see, the park starts over here and then goes like in a circle, and then here's like the entrance. So it's like kind of you go in a circle and then like it ends over here. Guys, we just got off the very intense ride. We're like walking, going back. We were kind of like, let's just go home. We're like kind of tired. Like, you know, like maybe we'll hit like a couple of new rides. So as we're coming back, there's like different, the park is like divided into different sections, different types of like parts of the world. And we were getting to like South America. That part is like, they have it decorated with like a hella bunch of flowers. So, but like natural flowers, like beautiful flowers, and it's everything. But little did I know that they have these weird bees. And these bees ain't no like
regular
bees. Like these bees
Are like the bees that can sting you more than once.
which might sound stupid, like these bees don't die if they sting you.
Bitch, I'm everlasting.
Of course, we're just walking back. Like, I'm like, you know, like after you go on a roller coaster and you're like kind of feel like you're a balloon because that shit like had you so shaken, had you like so like shook that you got off it and you like felt like you lost like a couple of pounds. Like, I have like a long sleeve on. I'm like, well, or a short sleeve that has like the tight things. Well, they don't have tight things. It's just that I was fat, so like the little sleeves were like kind of squeezy on me. But like this whole part was airy, you know? I don't know why, but I started to feel like little stings, little pain things on my chest and on my back. And at first I was just ignoring them and it hurt a lot. Like I was like tearing up. And I think my mother noticed and she's like, boy, it's your birthday. Like be happy, be grateful. She thought she was crying because I thought I was being like an ungrateful wench. And she's like, oh bitch, you better get yourself checked. She's like, I bought this. This was some expensive. You better not be complaining. And I was like, I don't know why, but I feel some pain. And then I kid you not, this bee, at the moment I said I feel some pain, it decided to amp up its game. It decided to like,
You know what? This was like 1%. We gonna bump it up to 50. No, to
100%.
so right now I was feeling pain everywhere and red everywhere. A bitch was in pain. Like I literally felt like this bee was physically penetrating. This bitch was coming for my skin. Like, my chest and everything and my back was in agony. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I think, like, this guy, like, my mother has, like, a friend and her husband. And, like, he literally lifted my t-shirt. And then we just see, like, this tiny little bee, like, make its escape.
Bye, bitch.
And I literally see, and it looks like I had a mountain rage. It looked like a volcanic eruption. I have little red dots everywhere. Like, I look like some sort of like avant-garde, like Picasso, Dali, little dot, like little thing. You know those little games where you have to like unite the stars to make a shape? I felt like I was like one of those. I was just red everywhere and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Well, like I was a kid so I didn't say it. I was like,
what the freak is going on?
you know, like when you don't see what's hurting you, it doesn't hurt, but when you see it, it hurts a lot more. So now that I saw my red chest, a bitch was bawling. Like, I was literally like sobbing. It was my birthday, and I was like, this bitch.
Girl, are you for real?
My mother was freaking out because she's like, she has no ointment, she has nothing, it's all at home. And keep in mind, this place is like maybe a 2-hour drive away from like my city. So like I would have had to suffer 2 hours of this pain. I don't know how this guy did it, but he just invoked the gods of healing. He took his hand, put dirt, and start to spit into it. Like, I wasn't really listening because, like, you know, like, I was in pain. I was bawling. I was like, you know, I was, like, in the corner, and I had, like, 3 women, like, oh, my God, baby, you gonna be fine. You gonna survive. And, like, this is me in the corner, like, oh, my God. And I kid you not. He's like, this man comes in. He's like, oh, can you move? And so, like, they move. And he started to smear dirt on my chest and on my back. And at first I really didn't know what it was. I thought he was putting some ointment. And then I looked into it. And then he, like, for some reason his consistency didn't have enough saliva, so he spit again. And I'm like,
Is this bitch really putting like saliva and dirt
On my motherfucking skin?
and he's like, he's not like, you know, dabbing it on. This bitch is like massaging it into my skin. And I'm like, okay, like, the pain was gone. Like, I, like, forgot of the pain, and I was like, and I kid you not, all the women like, oh my God, like, he's a naturalist, like, oh my God, like, Georgia the motherfucking jungle came to save the day. And keep in mind, this is extremely humiliating. I have 50 people. This park is not, like, empty. It's, like, a hefty amount of people, so all of them are seeing me semi-naked, being smeared with spit and dirt, and I am just dying of embarrassment. So of course it's done, and I want to put my t-shirt down, my polo down, and my mother's like, no, boo, you need to let that dry. And I'm like, what? And she's like, well, if you don't let it dry, it's gonna get a stain all over your polo, and it's a new one. And I kid you not, my mother made me walk to the entrance. We were here. This was like a hefty walk. She made me walk to the entrance with spit and dirt, to the extent where I got looks everywhere. I mean, bitch, I was so fucking embarrassed.
My dick fell off.
I was that, like, shook. I was taken aback. I did not partake of this. I was like, my wig was ripped. It was orbiting Jupiter, and it, like, was going towards Pluto. It was not coming back. My wig was like, bitch, bye. I'm not standing for this. I was so shook to the core. Like, shook.
Party.
Just to give you an image, I looked like I was wearing a tank top that was badly made. My nipples are full blown out. I'm smeared with dirt. My face is red because I've cried. My hair is all over the place. Well, my hair was shorter, so it doesn't really matter. My tubby cheeks are just red, of course. My ears, I don't know why I'm talking about my ears. My ears were fine, but like, a bitch was like, done. I was like done with it. I was not living for this. I was like, you know what, like, we're over, you know? So after a while, I kind of noticed that I had no more pain. So there's like a little spot missing, and I was like, okay, wait, okay, there's like, it hurts. Everything else is like healing, it's thriving, you know, like what? It was just like, it's good, it's peaceful, like, it's humble, you know? It was just praying to God. It was like ready to be healed. I looked cute, like my skin was okay. I mean, I was fat, but like cute. But then there's like this one spot he'd missed, and it hurt. So I go to my mother and I'm like, hey, like, there's a little thing missing. Can you tell me where there's some dirt? So of course she points out some dirt, and I'm like, thank you. And I don't know how this man heard my mother and me and my mother's conversation. So of course, like, I don't know how this man comes, but he comes behind me and he's like, hey. So he literally takes, and he, like, his concoction was ready. He had mixed it up, like, in his hand. Like, this shit was ready. So I'm like, oh no, I can do it. And then it's like, smears it, and people were watching. I was like, you know what? My dignity, like, the little dignity I had, he just took it, threw it, or like took it and tear it apart. That was my dignity. And I was like, okay. So I get in the car, finally get to put my t-shirt up because like the saliva dried down, like it was crusting now. So like that, and, like, the day was fine. I said goodbye to all my friends, and it was just like great. We were like, I was like, okay. So I slept in the car, came home, and then I was like, okay, like everything was kind of like simmered down. I had all my gifts, few, but like I had my gifts and I was happy. I was like gracious, you know, thriving, just happy. I want to take a shower because keep in mind, like this shit felt kind of disgusting. Like I'd been sweating the entire day. I went to like water rides, so I was like, you know, like chlorine water plus sweat plus like me disgustingness plus stings plus his saliva just mixed, and I didn't necessarily smell bad. Who am I kidding? I smelled like shit, but like I just felt like a dirty rag. So I was like, I need to take a bubble bath. I made a bubble bath and it was like, yay. I get in and like it was a clear bubble bath with bubbles and stuff. I get in, I like close my eyes for like 5 seconds, open it. Water is like pitch black. I'm like, I don't know what the hell they put into like that dirt, but that water, like it was like possession type. I would not be surprised if like a demon hand was like, oh, and just snatched my wig off and like, not my wig, but like my face was like, ooh. Literally, bitch, I was like not living for it. I was just like, how? This man must have steered like so much dirt on me that I literally got on the tub and it turned it black. I mean, but like George of the Jungle saved me. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna title that my thing, but I'm gonna be like, okay. So that's it. That's like the end of the story. Bye peasants, enjoy my presents. Like so